So on that note, what do you think your mission is within the TV industry? So why do you go to work every day? In the large scheme of cultural goals, industry goals, personal goals, what is your mission within the TV industry?
I'm definitely here to change the world a little bit. Yeah, for sure. And I know I've done it already. Um, but there's more work to be done. I'm very proud of the work that I've done. Some of it's, little secret missions, little secret things that I've done here or there, little casting choices that I've made.
Would you like to share any of those with us? Or more importantly, would you share those with us?
Share, darn it. Well, yeah, I mean, there have been some things that I've been able to do. I said it earlier today. I've been very lucky to have been working with some people who it's been their mission constantly. Both times that I've worked at Sci-Fi, the people that I've worked with have been consciously thinking about diversity initiatives with regard to casting choices. So, because it's been their mission, it's made it easier for me to do the things that I've wanted to do. I haven't had to fight. I haven't had to say, no, we have to do this, we have to do this. So that's good. So it's made it easy for me to do some of those things. I've been able to make some special choices. We replaced a cast member on a show once, and I made a conscious decision that I was going to put a Black woman on that show. And I just did. But I also, she she was a very, very beautiful Black woman, dark-skinned sister. She used to be one of the Price is Right girls, though. And I don't say though as if that's a bad thing. But I say it because she had very long nails, she had very long hair, and she was always done beat beautiful. But the show that she was on was a paranormal investigation show where she had to be out in the field. And her speciality, as my British friends say, that her speciality was photography. And she is a photographer. So she's a model who has taken it upon herself to learn photography. And she's opened a gallery, and she does this for a living. And she wants to be taken seriously as a photographer. And so we cast her, and she's smart, and I think that she deserved that spot. But I said to her, you're going to be out on the road, you're going to be in some interesting situations, you're going to be in the mud. How do you feel about taking off the nails and the hair and all the makeup and the stuff? Because I need you to be gritty, and I need people to believe you. Like, you have to do that. So and she said, I'll do it. So I was proud of the choice. I was proud to be able to get her to understand I needed authenticity from her. So I was proud of that whole thing, the both ways on that. Because I wanted to be able to hire her, but I also didn't want Black Barbie on that show. And then Face Off is another show that I'm very proud of. That is my baby. And what I love about that show is because it's about artisans, and I adore the art world. As we were talking about earlier, to be able to allow artisans to do their job on television and to do it authentically is really important. The casting process for that is really cool because these are men and women who they struggle. They struggle in the business. It's harder for them to get work than it will be for you guys to get work. You guys will work. They will do grunt work for the bulk of their career. They'll be washing molds out for 20 years. It's hard. It's very hard. And it's very difficult to advance. It's not like they're going to, do mold work, wash molds for a year, and then suddenly they're going to be a designer. They're not going to be Patrick Tatopoulos in 5 years. It's just not going to be that way. But they're also an interesting looking bunch. You know, they just are who they are. Most of them are tatted and, you know, they've got all this going on. But that's a show where my bosses are like, oh, we need more TV friendly people. And I'm like, you know what? They look how they look. Some of them have rings in their noses. Some of them are, you know, gay. Some of them are this. Like, they're across the board. They are who they are. And we cast all of them. And I love that. And there's this like fraternity of face-off people now. We're airing season 8. We've cast season 9. And they like you guys, they all end up moving out to LA at some point. They all end up living in this one particular guy's house, like transitionally. And I see them when they go to their shows like Monster Palooza, and they just all hang together. They come together every season, there's more of them, they glom on. And I realize how many people I have now given access to the film industry. Many of them are working on much bigger shows now. I also realize how many crew members are on that show that are multi-ethnic because of the producers that run that show. And they're just a good group of people who are executive producing that show. And they hire multi-ethnically. I didn't have to tell them to do that. They just do. 2 white guys own the company. They're just amazing. And makes me very proud. Very proud. And I can't actually tell you about my most prideful casting moment because it's a season 9 thing, which they just started shooting last week, and it won't air until the summer. I can't tell you that because it's a secret.
That's okay. We'll all tune in to find out live.
Mm-hmm. But I'm very proud of it, and I will say that it's a scenario where we're not making a big deal out of it. It's just done.
It just is.
It just is.
It's life.
And it's like, it's as if you didn't talk about me as being a black executive. I'm just an executive.